Hello and welcome to Algebra 2 tutorial. We are going to continue looking at quadratic characteristics, but this time we're going to take a look at two different forms of quadratic equations. The previous video found all these characteristics looking at vertex form. And so we're not going to take a look at vertex form in this video. That's the easiest one. If you want to review that, go to the previous video. That is actually the easiest one because you can visualize that graph so easily. We're going to take a look at the two other types of quadratic equations in factored form and in standard form. They are still going to find us the same quadratic characteristics. We just have to do a little bit of extra work to find it. So, first factored form. So here we have a factored form equation, and that is still a parabola. And because it's still a parabola, we're going to still find the vertex, the axis of symmetry, where is it increasing and decreasing, and is the vertex a minimum or a maximum. Sadly, because it's not in vertex form, we do have to do a little bit extra work. And so I'd recommend first, let's just get a visual of this parabola, and then we can go from there. So, factored form gives you the x-intercepts. So here we have x equals 4, because that makes that factor into 0. And here we have x equals negative 8. That turns that factor into 0. So we have one way over here at negative 8, and one over here at 4. And so roughly this parabola will be opening up, and it should look something kind of like that. It's a very rough sketch. So now we want to find all these specific characteristics. So the vertex is somewhere in here. We don't know how far down it goes, but we can figure out where the middle is. And that axis of symmetry hits the vertex. So where is the middle between negative 8 and 4? So you could count if you wanted to, and just make sure you count both directions. And if you do that correctly, you will get the middle to be at negative 2. From negative 2 to 4, it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from negative 2 to 8, it is also 6. If you can't just look at it and figure it out, to find the middle of any two numbers, you add them up and divide by 2. So negative 8 plus 4 divided by 2. Negative 8 and 4 is negative 4. Divided by 2 is negative 2. So that gives us the middle. Well, that actually answers this one, the axis of symmetry. And that axis of symmetry is part of our vertex as well, so it gives us that too. It gives us the x coordinate of our vertex. We still need the y. Well, to find the y, you simply plug in x. So here we're going to plug in negative 2. Plug in negative 2 and see what the y becomes. I can do some of that in my head. So y is equal to negative 2 minus 4 is negative 6 times, I'll just put the parentheses, and negative 2 plus 8 is also 6. 6 times 6, negative 36. So it went way down there on the y-axis, negative 36. All right, so we've got the vertex, we've got the axis symmetry, increasing and decreasing. So first our parabola is decreasing, and then our parabola is increasing. Where does it stop doing one and then start doing the other? Right here at negative 2. So first we are decreasing. I'm just going to do this in the order I want to. We are decreasing when x is less than negative 2, and then increasing when x, I'm just going to put it right here, is greater than negative 2. So again, it's focusing here on the middle, decreasing first to the left, increasing to the right. And then do we have a min or a maximum? Well, our vertex is way down here at the bottom. So our vertex, negative 2, comma negative 36, is a minimum. So we got all the exact same characteristics, but this time we did it from a factored form equation. It took a little bit of work. We had to find the middle. We had to plug that in to find the y value. That gave us our vertex. That gave us our axis symmetry. And once we have that full picture, these other characteristics fall in line just like they did for vertex form. All right, one more for us to take a look at here. So we've got factored form. Now it's time for standard form. And we're going to find the same characteristics, but now our equation looks like this. So not factored form, just a regular ax squared plus bx plus c. And so here we have to do even more work because we can't really see any of this. And we have to use a formula for the axis symmetry. Negative b over 2a. That comes from the quadratic formula. That gives us the middle of our parabola. So negative b, our b value is negative 8 divided by 2a, and our a value is 2. So negative 8 is positive 8 divided by 4, and so our axis of symmetry is 2. So whatever this parabola looks like, I don't really know yet, over here at 2 is the middle. All right, so that also gives me part of my vertex, though. It's 2 comma something. Got to figure out the y value. Where is the vertex on this line? To figure that out, plug in the 2 and into x, and you can find the y. So y is equal to 2 times 2 squared, I guess, that's a lot of 2's, minus 8 times 2 minus 4. So we can do a lot of this in our head. 2 squared is 4, times 2 is 8, minus 8 times 2 is 16, minus 4. And finally, let's see, 8 minus 16 is negative 8, minus 4 is negative 12. So our vertex is over 2 and down 12. There is our vertex. Now, increasing, decreasing, min and max, we need to see a picture. Does the parabola look like this going down, or does the parabola look like this going up? The a value tells us that. It's positive, and that means our parabola is going up. It's actually been stretched up by a factor of 2, but this gives us a decent idea of what it looks like and allows us to answer the next 2 questions. So first, our parabola is decreasing. Then the parabola is increasing. So we are decreasing on the left side of 2. So we are decreasing when x is less than 2, increasing when x is greater than 2. And we have our vertex at the bottom, so the vertex is a minimum. There's the vertex, and it is a minimum. It's at the bottom. So again, we got all 4 of these characteristics from our standard form equation. Just takes a little bit of work. The key on this one is this axis of symmetry formula, x equals negative b over 2a. All right, so no matter what form your equation is in, you can find all of those same characteristics. Vertex, factored, or standard form. They all make a parabola, so you need to be able to find those characteristics. All right, let me get you some practice problems here to try out. Here they are. See if those go well, and if they do, you've got this pretty good. Good luck.